Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Live Fully Now podcast with me, your host, Shannon Ryan. This is a place where you come to discover how to go from simply surviving to thriving. And my current new realization is taking women from their sad bitch era to their bad bitch era. So, welcome, welcome. This is a place where we expand, where we awaken, where we heal, where we transform, and really discuss ways in which we can alchemize our pain into our struggle. So, if you are interested in following me and seeing the fabulous outfits in video, please follow on my YouTube channel or on Spotify. And if you like this podcast, please send a review so I can keep vibing with you. And please share if any of this message resonates with you as well, so that the algorithms can do their magic and do their work, and we can get this information and these communications and connections and conversations out to more people, because it is so important that we start to have difficult conversations, that we get out of our comfort zone so that we can create actual impact and change in the world. All right. Ready to get started. Okay, so today's episode, I am going to talk all about freedom. Freedom. It is one of my deepest values. And I had a bit of a realization lately in terms to my direction, my mission, my vision, my purpose. So I don't know about you, but I have always struggled with finding my purpose, my dharma. And it's been one of the most important things to me throughout my life and caused me the most immense struggle. So I don't know if you resonate at all with that, but woo-wee, I have really, really gone to the deep end with this topic, because I have always known in my heart, in my soul, in my intuition, like something has been telling me and guiding me and whispering to me, saying, you are meant for so much more. You came here for a bigger reason, a bigger mission, and what you're doing now is not it. So I always just had this nagging emptiness of like, what am I actually doing with my life? And nursing is not it. This is not the way that I'm supposed to show up in my highest self, in my highest timeline. And it caused me a lot of pain and suffering. And it was about 2 years ago. For those of you who tune in to my podcast, you will know a little bit about this already. But for those of you who have not or are new here, I'm just going to share a little bit about this, which is about 2 years ago, I actually went through a divorce and sold my house, and I quit my nursing job, and I literally blew up my life intentionally and jumped into the deep end, finally, to follow my intuition, my true north, my soul's callings. And that was to go to Peru to do ayahuasca. And this was such a painful time in my life before that decision. And it's also conversely been a difficult point in my life for different reasons after that decision. So before, I just felt like I was empty. I was missing something. I was just going through the motions, being a robot in life. And I was getting nowhere. I was running on this hamster wheel and literally going nowhere. And it was so painful and so uncomfortable. And, for some people, I don't feel like they are aware of this, or maybe they don't have this as part of their mission on being here. They're just okay with comfort. They're just okay with going through the motions and living a life of monotony and settling. And I am not built that way. I never have been, and I never will be. And, that was the situation that I found myself in, really in this comfort, but also in this monotony. And I just felt like I was doing myself a disservice, and just this big level of self-sabotage and self-abandonment by not following what my soul was telling me that I needed to do. And so I was in a position where I have always had this connection to my intuition, and I knew that I was meant for more. I've always been somewhat of a black sheep, a lone wolf. I knew that I was meant for more, but somehow I still allowed myself to get into the exact situation that I told myself I would never, ever do. I have told myself, and all the people around me know this, for the last at least 10 years, like I just had this awareness and this understanding that I will never go to work just to pay bills, just to die. Like, that's not why we're here. Like, and it infuriated me. Yet I still ended up in this place where I was working tirelessly, endlessly, so burnt out during the pandemic just to pay for my house, this material object that I knew I couldn't take with me when I die. So it was like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I did this to fit into society, to fit into cultural norms, to be liked, to be loved, and to fit in and to appear on the outside like as if I've made it to everyone else so that I wouldn't be judged or criticized or any of that. So it is my belief that we have a human need, a basic human need of connection. We have a basic human need of belonging, of being accepted. And this goes way back to our ancestral times. This is how we're hardwired to live in community. And if we weren't accepted by our community or liked, we would be ostracized. And that was a threat to our main basic needs of survival: food, shelter, water, all of those things. So we are hardwired this way. So it makes sense that we want to be liked, that we want others, we want to fit in so that we're not, without our basic needs of survival. And like I said before, this left me in a place of such self abandonment. Like, I went against everything that was important to me, everything that was valuable to me. Um, I went against my soul. I went against my heart. I went against my truth. And it was so painful that I felt like I was drowning. I felt like I was literally getting stuck below the water and like doggy paddling to try to catch a breath or to stay above the water. And I had this on my knees moment where I was like, I have to do something. And the only way that I can get out of this rat race and this hamster wheel is to quit my job and to sell my house, because I didn't have the time to even think about what I might want to do with my life and what direction I want my life to go in, because I was so exhausted from work every day. And then, because I had to go to work every single day because of this house. And I had never had that problem before. I always had my freedom, and this was just so painful to get my freedom taken away because of this object that I didn't even really care about that much. So I had to do this. This is the only way I saw out. And I needed to buy back my time, buy back my freedom to actually use my own thoughts and thinking and critical thinking so that I could really think about what I wanted to do and tune into my intuition and follow my soul and follow the breadcrumbs of my joy so that I could hopefully end up somewhere where I was excited about, and somewhere where I felt fulfilled, where I felt like I was living with meaning and purpose and being of service and impact and leaving a impact on the world, leaving it a better place than when I found it. That was so important to me. So, as I said before, I listened to my inner guidance, my inner knowing, and I jumped in the deep end into the unknown, into this uncertainty. And that is when I went to Peru, which led me down this magical trail of synchronicities where things popped up in my field that were just crazy. I have shared a little bit about this already on the podcast, but this led me to be a mermaid in Bali, and this led me to Egypt for 11/11. And that is where I met one of my now soul sisters, Mary Rose, who introduced me to living water. And this is actually the direction that I've taken in my life right now. And the clarity that I've gotten is all around this water. And it's just been such a beautiful process to say yes to things that make me uncomfortable, to say yes to things that are unknown and uncertain. And I feel like most of us don't do that because we're afraid. And the system benefits off of our fear. They are keeping us numb and dumb. They are controlling us, and they know that they can make us do things because we're afraid. They know that if they tell us to, if they get us to do a job, we're going to be trapped into paying for our house, and then we're going to be trapped into our job, and blah blah blah. And this is the clarity that I had the other day, which was um, really around my mission, which is to free the people, to bring back the power to the people, to assist humans to reclaim their power, their truth, to reclaim their divinity, their identity as this being of love incarnate, and to reclaim their sovereignty and the abundance that is their birthright. And it's just so funny to me that it took this long to kind of plug in all the pieces. And even the name of this podcast, like Live Fully Now, that is what I am here to share. That is what I'm here to tell people and to help people get free, because we only get one shot at this crazy, beautiful, wild life. And it is our duty to live it fully. That is what we came here for. We came here to share our unique medicine and magic with the world. The purpose of life is to find our gift and then to give it away. And each one of us carries unique codes, carries unique keys that only we can share with the collective. And it is really our duty to do that. And so I have been saying for so long now, like, and being just so angry. And I think this is finally what bubbled up in me, was this sacred rage, this anger, this really intense fire. And that bubbled up in me and turned into this light, this energy, this force. And that revolves around how we have been literally enslaved. We have been controlled, manipulated, used, abused. We have been sold a fake dream. And it's time that we wake up and remember who the fuck we are. It's time we reclaim our power. And that is really my mission, because the reality is this dream that we've been sold is complete bullshit. We were told in our Western culture and society that if we go to school, if we get a job, and if we buy a house, then we will be happy. But who's actually happy, like genuinely really happy right now? I would venture to say not that many people. People are suffering. People are miserable. And even if they appear to look like they're happy on the outside and have all of these things that give them the false message to themselves and this false identity that they are doing well and they have it all together, the reality is when those doors are closed, they are not happy. They don't have it all together. They're likely arguing with their spouses over finances, stressed, burnt out, barely getting by. And this is designed this way, you know? It was designed this way. It was designed for us to be owned. It was designed for us to be used. It was designed for us to be massively controlled and manipulated and trapped and to be enslaved, to work for someone else rather than ourselves. And this is what we need to change, because we need to take back our time. We need to take back our freedom. We need to take back our wealth, because us as human beings, we are innately worthy, we are innately abundant, and we are innately divine, and we just have forgotten. So it's time that we remember this. And when we can remember, and when we can join hands and work together in synergy, in community, that's when we can truly change the world. Because if you want to go fast, you go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. So we need to really take a stand and step into our power and our purpose and take action, because we can't just sit in the background anymore and let fear run the show. We need to step into our power, step into our love, and step into our trust and faith that everything is working out for us for the highest and greatest good of all. That is how the universe works. But the problem is that we just don't believe it. We don't have deep enough faith. We don't have deep enough trust. We aren't able to fully surrender and just sit back and let the universe take the reins. And I know this is easier said than done. It's something that I have struggled with and I still struggle with, because when we can't see something, it's hard to believe that it's true. But the reality about how the universe works is a lot of it works in the unseen realm, in the realm of the energetics. And when we can tap into that and believe, miracles happen. Truly, truly, truly. So, again, it is my mission to bring the power, the freedom, the health, and the wealth back to the planet. And the way in which I am doing this is multidimensional as usual. But as I spoke to you previously, I am working with a conscious community of New Earth leaders, healers, and really people that are willing to step out of the comfort zone, willing to create a new path, a new way, show people new possibilities, new perspectives, and new ways that they can live their life. Because the truth is that there are different ways, and this is a way that we can not only gain back our time freedom, but we can also gain back our personal freedom, our freedom of health, and our financial freedom. And this is a beautiful business opportunity, like I said, of a community of freedom seekers, of change makers, and chain breakers, people who are willing to step out of the mold and want to break free from the matrix, from the grind, and to ask for more out of life so they can design a life that they're excited about and design a life that they don't need a vacation from. And this is really our mission, and it's spreading consciousness, spreading health, spreading wealth through living water. And what would you say? You would might ask, what is living water? So living water is a type of molecular hydrogen water. It is called, in medical terminology, electrolyzed reduced water. And this is basically what it means is it's connecting to your tap water, and it first ionizes the water, then it charges the water, and it charges it just like as a lightning bolt would charge a lake with negative hydrogen electrons. And just as if some of you know, earthing and grounding, what does that do? Putting your feet on the earth provides that negative charge, the electrons that bring your body back to homeostasis, bring your body back to optimal pH, health, and wellness, so that you can actually heal, so that you can tune into your body's innate intelligence and ability to heal itself, and bring your cells back to homeostasis and balance, so that you can free yourself from disease. The word disease means dis-ease. You are not at ease or balance or alignment at some point of your body. And it's really realigning and reintegrating the channels. So it is clearing and cleansing and calibrating so that you can be a clear channel mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, for your highest self. And let me tell you guys, this is an absolute game changer. I mean, on a spiritual level and on a physical level and an emotional level, all the levels, it is magic water. It really is. So it neutralizes free radicals. Free radicals are what cause cancer and disease. And it allows your body to actually get rid of these cellular, or it creates cellular stability. So any cells that are unstable, that's what flags the body for inflammation and disease. So this water actually stabilizes the cellular structure so that there is not that warning sign for the body to create cell aggregation and trauma and inflammation and disease. So it also decreases inflammation, and it is one of the most powerful antioxidants that there is. So it is really so powerful, and it is conscious living water. So you're drinking something with a charge. You can put your intentions into it and drink in that intention. You know, we are 73% water. It makes so much sense. Why are we not thinking more about the water that we are drinking, the water that we are showering in, etc.? You know, our skin is the largest organ on our body, so same thing goes there. And the company I work with actually has an amazing shower system, which actually has these minerals from Okinawa, Japan, which is a blue zone, and actually allows, or it's from Japanese onsen, and an onsen is a natural hot spring or mineral water, and it's actually healing water. So it is like bringing a Japanese hot spring into your home. So, anyways, we get to not only have this amazing product that increases our health, but we literally have an ATM machine in our kitchen. And what I mean by that is the business opportunity is all around living your fullest self. It is all around building your own brand, all about getting paid to be you. And so we get to get paid to share our passions with the world. and also drink this amazing water and get to share this with so many people. And when you buy one of the products, you actually get a distributor ID for life. So even if you're just interested in the water and not the business, you buy one product and you have a distribution ID for life, which means at any point in your life, you have a automated business right away. It is such a no-brainer. And not only that, but you have a community of like-minded, high frequency, high vibe action takers, leaders, change makers, that are really, really authentic and really committed to changing the world, really committed to freedom, really committed to giving people back their time and giving people back their health and giving people full freedom to decide how they want to live their life, and really to create collaboration, and to create community and to be of highest service and impact for the highest and greatest good of all, to create harmony, peace, balance, and synergy as we go forward and build the new earth. We are new earth guardians and water warriors, and we are really all about bringing power back, bringing all of these key codes back so that we can all benefit, we can all get free, and we can all, wage in this war against the system. And we can all really bring awareness to what's going on, bring awareness to the manipulation and the lies that have been controlling us for most of our lives. And that is really the first step, in my opinion, is bringing the awareness. Once we have the awareness, then we can actually have the perspective to make different choices and create change and impact and take different actions. So as always, I am looking for other people who have the same mission, who have the same vision, other spiritual rainbow sheep who have always felt like they were misunderstood or didn't fit in this world. And the reason you never felt like you fit in this world is because you didn't. You came here to forge a new path. You came here to show others a new way of doing things. You came here to show what's possible and to help others to see that possibility through opening their minds, opening their hearts, and really deciding that they can choose to have whichever type of life they want. And they can choose to step out of the grind, they can choose to step out of the matrix and the suffering. And ultimately, that is my vision at the end is for all beings to be happy and free from suffering. And if any of this resonates with you, I would love to connect deeper. If you are a freedom seeker or warrior of any sort and you really care about the planet, the people, and bringing the profit back to the people, because truly, when we put money in the hands of the healers and the people that actually care, that's when we can change the world. Because when I bring the abundance financially back to myself by serving others, by helping others to create a better life for themselves and their families, that's when we can donate. That's when we can give back to sources and charities and different causes that resonate with us and that are important to us. And there are so many of those that I believe in. But ultimately, I desire to link arms with other like minded individuals, with other leaders, with other passionate healers and awakened individuals, or people who are seeking to grow, to change, to awaken, to inspire, to evolve, to expand, so that we can link arms and really create massive impact on this planet, not only for ourselves, for the collective consciousness, and for our Mother Earth, for our planet, for all of the animals, so that we can all really understand and feel it to be true that we are all one being. If we hurt ourselves, we are hurting our planet. If we hurt ourselves, we are hurting our brothers and sisters. It is time for us to remember. It is time for us to reclaim our power. It is time that we take that power back. It is time that we spread truth and live in authenticity, live in our fullest expression, and take back the abundance that is our birthright. We didn't come here to pay bills just to work and die. Like, that's not what we came here for. I have been a nurse for 12 years and I have seen so many people die on their deathbed and tell me what their regrets are. And it is so heartbreaking and sad. And it always comes down to something similar like, I wish I would have lived life for me. I wish I would have lived life more fully, you know? And that's what happens if we don't take our power back and take control of our lives. That's what happens if we allow the system, our culture, our society, to have hold on us and to let them direct the way that our life goes. If we aren't aware, then we will subconsciously or unconsciously just allow them to show the way, and we'll get to the end of our lives and be like, wow, what the hell was I doing? Like, I didn't even do anything I wanted. I didn't check off any of my bucket list. I didn't make a difference in the way I wanted. I didn't show love like I wanted. Because at the end of the day, like, we can't take any of these material objects with us when we die. The only things we take when we die is how much we loved, is our connections, is our experiences, is the little moments. And the only way in which we can experience life fully is to be free, is to be financially free so that we can be free with our time, free with our love, free with our energy, and free to make a difference in the world, free to travel and check off our bucket list. All the things that we desire, we can get by becoming financially free. And we are so worthy of this. So I hope that this resonated with you. And if you seek or desire to know more or connect with me deeper, my link will be in the show notes. And I look forward to connecting with you and seeing how we can collaborate and really link arms and join forces for a better world, for a better future, for all beings, for the highest and greatest good of all beings. Big love. I hope you have a beautiful day. Until next time, signing off.